Hello guys, you're welcome back again to the channel. If you're stepping here for the first time, you're absolutely welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe. This is Jowins Fashion Ville. In today's video, we'll be learning how to make a full circle flare sleeve. If this is what you're interested in watching, watch till the end and don't forget to subscribe. So guys, let's get started. So guys, I have this piece of fabric on my work table. I'll be using it to draft a basic sleeve. We'll be doing a freehand for the basic sleeve for today's tutorial. So I'll go ahead and place this fabric on fold to enable me cut at least two basic sleeve at the same time. So the length of my basic sleeve is 11 inches. The total length of the sleeve with the flare inclusive is 17. I'll go ahead and draft my cap's height or mark the cap's height at 5.5. Use my meter rule to draw a straight line. The next thing I'll simply do is to ascertain the round measurement of my elbow and place it there because 11 inches is around the elbow, which is given 16 inches. 16 divided by 2 is 8 plus half an inch seam allowance, which is 8.5. I'll go ahead and draft the armhole curve on the basic sleeve pattern, linking it to the cap's height, and I'll simply ascertain the total length of this curve to ensure that it is matching with a round armhole on the dress itself. If it's not, please simply do a slight extension so that you won't have any form of shortage on the sleeve. I'll go ahead and link the 2 points together and then I'll cut out the excess fabric on the basic sleeve pattern. So guys, having done that, we'll simply go ahead and determine the radius of our flare. The round measurement is 8.5 times 2, which is 17. 17 divided by 6.28, which is a formula to determine the radius of a full flare. She's giving me 2.7. So what I'll simply do is to place my fabric on fold and ensure that the total measurement I'm having is the total length of the radius plus the total length of the flare plus the radius. So the radius is 2.7, the length of the flare is 8 inches, giving me 11 inches. I'm approximating it to be giving me 11 inches instead of 10.7, okay? So 11 inches is good. I'll go ahead and place it on fold. I'm cutting the two flare at the same time, so I'll place it on fold this way. Then I'll ascertain the length for the upper area and the lower area to be sure that I'm safe. I'll fold it. This is for one flare, and then I'll go ahead and fold it again for the second flare. Okay, so we're cutting two flares at the same time. So we're good. The total length for both ends is 11, so we're good. So I'll go ahead and mark 2.7. I'm using my measuring tape and my chalk to mark 2.7 around the apex of this area, as you can see, and then I'll go ahead and draft a curve. From that curve, I'll go ahead and mark 8 inches, okay, which is the actual length of the flare. So I'm marking 8 inches from that point around to the other end. Okay, then I'll go ahead and draft a curve and then I'll use my scissors to cut out the excess fabric on the pattern. Okay guys, so what I'll simply do next is to go ahead and cut out the lining. We'll be lining this sleeve. So just like I did for the baby fabric, I'll be doing the same for the lining. But the difference here is that I won't be cutting out the radius for the lining. I'll go ahead and draft the pattern. I'll place this fabric, the main fabric of the lining, so I'll draft out exactly the same for both the main fabric and the lining, okay? But I won't be cutting out the radius. I'm going to leave it like this for a particular reason, and we should just keep watching so that we'll get to find out the reason for this. So guys, the same thing for the basic sleeve. I'm also using the main fabric to cut out the lining for the basic sleeve. So guys, the next thing I'll simply do is to open this up. I'm going to be opening up the main fabric and then I'll cut it out. Okay, I'll cut out one end like this. Okay, and then I'll simply go ahead and open it up, open the lining as well. Simply place the main fabric on it, take it to my sewing machine. Use a pin to secure it first, guys, if you're a beginner. Take it to my sewing machine and stitch the round area of this circumference. I'll go ahead and stitch it. After stitching it, I'll go ahead and cut out the excess fabric, okay, around the edge. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut out the excess. Okay, so I'll take it in as well and cut out the radius of the lining. So by doing this, you just ensure uniformity between the lining and the main fabric. Okay, so I've cut out the radius on the lining after stitching the round circumference of this sleeve. So what you simply do is to go ahead and top stitch, shift the seam towards the wrong side, towards the lining, take it to your sewing machine and then top stitch it so that it relaxes properly. And then you can now take it to your sewing machine as well and also top stitch the round area, just where I placed my hands. Just go ahead and top stitch this area as well. So guys, you can see the full effects of this circle flare. You can see how it's looking, okay? And also guys, I forgot to mention that if you have a fusible interfacing, which is an ST, you can go ahead and stabilize both the lining and the main fabric. This is just a tutorial, guys. So the next thing to do is to attach the flare to the basic sleeve after giving it a good press and after top stitching as well. So what I simply did was to get the center fronts for both the lining and the flare. I'll go ahead and secure both, notch it and secure both points together, okay? So those points will act as a guide to help me attach this flare to the basic sleeve. So I'll use my pins and secure it and secure the flare to the basic sleeve, okay? So guys, after joining this, I realized that I still have like excess fabric at the end, okay, towards the end. What you simply need to do here is to pleat it. You can pleat it a little bit, but don't allow your pleating get into the seam allowance. You can pleat it before you get to the seam allowance, okay, to enable you fold, to enable you join it properly. Okay, so right here I'm trying to trim out the excess lining sticking out at the end. So like I mentioned, you can see the excess. Go ahead and pleat it inwards before joining it. So I've done that, and then I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch it by the seam allowance, okay? So thank you so much guys for watching. This is the outcome of the tutorial. This is me wearing the dress and this is the outcome of the flare.